Hello, everyone. I'm Marty Janeski, and along with my good friend Ken Montroy, we are your hosts of the local sports wrap-up here on Wyandotte Cable Channel 15. Today is October 12th, 2019. Saturday, by the way. Ken?
Yeah, it actually is Saturday.
It actually is Saturday. How was the week?
Good. I still dress nice and like it's nice and warm outside. I see you've gone into your long sleeves.
I'm into layers today. It's like 48 outside. Ken walks in with a Hawaiian shirt and shorts.
No
Gotta
socks.
love it. Gotta love it. No socks? Is that
No
what
socks.
you said? Nice.
Hey, Marty, it's like last week. You're getting a little hairier, but just out of curiosity, the carpet doesn't match the roof.
Yeah, well, first of all, Halloween costume. Filling in nicely. 2 weeks yesterday. Got one more week.
Oh, so,
The yellow hair comes in a bottle, man.
so you're going to go as an older person in this costume?
Apparently. I can't divulge my costume.
Oh,
just
okay.
yet.
Well, I bet it's an older person with hair, unless you're going to get rid of that gray.
I'll wear it on our Halloween show, October 26th. How's
Oh, we
that?
have a Halloween show. That's
Not
wonderful.
really, but yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the hair top comes in a bottle, and the dye doesn't take to the bottom. So that's all I can say
Mine
about
comes in
that.
a wig.
There you go.
But yeah.
It's all good. Football.
Football. Hey, I'd like to let everybody know. Detroit News. Look at Wyandotte. Right in there, baby.
The headline's not very
That's right. The
favorable.
other side, black and white. Our side, color. Beautiful.
Allen Park did top Wyandotte.
Well, yeah, I know, but Wyandotte got in color. They're showing Wyandotte's pictures here.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, you got to look at the positive points here. Nick Biendo?
Biondo,
Yeah,
yes.
looking good there, buddy. Unfortunately, they were beat 18-6.
6, yes. Allen Park, that game. Well, we've read that article there. 1 yard of total offense in the first half. Gonna be hard to win games. Hard to score that way.
True, but as a coach, you teach. There are always two halves. If they could do it to you in one half, you could do it to them in the second half, and which, according to this, he had 183 total yards, I believe.
Second half.
Second half.
Well, they
I
moved the
believe.
ball.
Right.
Yes, they couple of drives stalled with their 4 and outs.
Turnovers,
Yeah.
according to the paper.
First half,
Turnovers.
the turnover
Yes,
bug.
that's what hurt.
And they stacked the line, and apparently they made the quarterback try to beat him through the air, and then one pass was tipped for a pick. Allen Park's starting inside the 20 or something like that, inside the 30, short field. We never crossed the 50-yard line. We never crossed the 50-yard line in the first half.
That makes it, unless you're going to throw a bomb and connect, it's going to make it really tough to win. Tough to win.
So they
Now,
battled the second half, kept them off the board because it was 18-0. I drove by the school. It was 18-0 with about 6 minutes left, 5 minutes left in the first half. So they held them scoreless in the second half. We just couldn't score.
I believe it's 6 wins you have to get into the state playoffs. And I think
So we're 4-2 now.
I think they can still make it if they win their last 2, but I think next week who they play.
Well, let's start with the results from last week.
All right,
We have
results.
those up on the board there.
All right.
Woodhaven took care of Etzelford, as we knew.
Expected, absolutely.
Yes. And Harper Woods, Carlson took care of the non-league game.
Hey, is that a misprint?
Lincoln Park 16 over Taylor 14.
Hey, the alma mater, all right.
Give them a standing O. They're on the board.
First win of the year. It's always nice.
Trenton took care of Southgate, and that's a big game, I believe, next week. And Allen Park 18-6 over Wyandotte.
Yeah.
Next week's games, while we have it here, the Edsel Ford's playing Allen Park. That should be no problem for Allen Park.
True.
Carlson and Lincoln
That
Park.
might be a good game now.
Yeah, you never know. Wyandotte's going.
Against Southgate.
Yeah, they got to
That's
be
winnable.
without a doubt. Woodhaven and Trenton, good battle there. That'll
be the game of the week for
because Trenton
our
beat
division.
Allen Park.
Correct.
And they lost to us. And then Taylor is playing the non-league game, Waterford Mott.
Don't know much about that.
No, me either. I have a few other while we're here. Let's see. Riverview, took care of Monroe Jefferson. I'm wondering if this is a typo. 26-2.
26-2. They got a safety.
Apparently. Myland Milan. Milan beat New Boston Huron 22-21.
That had to be a heck of a game.
Carleton Airport beat Flat Rock 55-28.
Now that had to be exciting for the people that are there because it's gonna be. It was a little chilly, I think, and here you have what 83 points or something.
Last night wasn't cold. It was just
Good
wet.
football weather.
It was
huh?
wet.
Wet.
Yeah, there was raining last night. Monroe took care of Groseville 26-12. Gabriel Richard 48-12 over Detroit University Prep.
Well, that's Monroe St. Mary's Catholic Central. They're always tough.
Oh, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, they're tough.
Allen Park Cabrini lost to Grosse Pointe Woods Liggett.
Man.
Summit Academy 8-6 over Old Redford.
Now that'd be a tough game to watch in the rain if you ask me as a baseball score.
I'm sure for the Wyandotte fans yesterday, that was a tough game to watch. Okay,
True
just
enough.
saying.
True enough.
Garden City 53, Belvedere 21. Poor Belvedere. And then River Rouge didn't score 50 or 60 last week.
No?
They won by forfeit.
They won by forfeit?
Indiana Bowman Academy. It says Rouge wins by forfeit.
Indiana Bowman Academy. So maybe everybody was under suspension because they were bad in class?
I find it hard to believe that would be an out-of-state team coming in here to play a high school game. That's the second time. We're going to have to look into that. That's the second time that we have seen them play like an Ohio University school, too.
Well, you know, Rouge is so tough that they can get outside teams outside the state to play.
And maybe they're not in a division. I'm not sure.
Oh, an independent?
I don't know. It's not college. It's not like Notre Dame get to pick who they want to play so they can go undefeated. You know, they have a couple tough games coming up. Notre Dame does.
Yeah, USC this week, I believe.
Is it?
Yes.
So what do we got? We got districts. We got a districts for something.
Well, we got the girls swim. How about we go there?
How about we go there?
All right, we had the Downriver Classic Saturday, September 28th. Coming, we had formerly known as the News Herald Invitational.
Ah, that's weeks ago.
Yes,
Where
it
you been?
was. I don't know. That's in front of me. Apparently, I just found it underneath my stash.
Ah, show prep.
Wyandotte plays fifth though, but that Kathy Koss, she's pretty tough. She was third in the butterfly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then you had Haley Bittner. She was third in a 500 freestyle. Did you ever swim? You ever try out for the swim team?
I never tried out for the swim team, but I could swim. I grew up with a
If they throw
pool.
you in the water, you're going to have to.
Yeah, no, I was told in ninth grade I should try out for the swim team, but apparently my direction was waning. I was a bowler. Okay, let's just baseball and bowling.
I remember in middle school, we had this guy that was kind of large. And whenever we had to swim, after our swimming class, we got to mess around. And what he would do is he would stick his arms out and he would literally just float. He would float in the water. And I never understood that.
Dead man's float?
No, he
On
had
his
his head
back?
above the water
Okay,
and he
okay.
was just floating with his arms out like that. And I would go over to him and say, how the heck you do that? Because I'm working my butt off. Well, as I got older, I learned that fat floats.
Well, not only that, if you fill your lungs, I used to play around in the pool. If you take a really deep breath and lay back, all the air in your lungs will keep you on the surface. The minute
Oh, and
you
that
go
lasts for about how long?
until you can't hold your breath no more.
Exactly.
And when you exhale, all of a sudden your body starts to go like.
Well, if you're a really big guy, that's a big exhale, and that's a lot going down. So he just kept a steady pace. All I'm trying to say is if you're on a cruise, nuzzle up to a big person.
Okay, fair enough. Forget a piece of the boat. Wood floats.
They did, but you know, on the cruise, they told us that we had to go to a certain boat in case
Something happened.
Something happened. And right when they told me that, I said, let's go, because I'm not going to listen to this anymore. You think I'm going to find my boat in emergency? I'm finding any boat. But anyway, that's what
Straight
they
to
try
the
teach
bar?
you.
Straight to the bar?
Right to the bar, grab a bottle, and now we'll jump.
The bottle will float. Might not support you, but the bottle will float. Regional tennis underway. Regional tennis. Crestwood's Alex Nesta was the #1 singles champ. He's going to states.
Nice.
And with that victory, he's qualified for the state meet, the D2 state meet at the University of Michigan.
That's nice. Their courts is like any major college. Are beautiful.
Top 2 teams get to go also.
Top 2 teams, who are they?
Gibraltar Carlson and Allen Park.
Nice. Good for those 2 teams.
Yep. Bill Riggs. Get a shout out to Bill Riggs. He coaches out Allen Park tennis.
Oh, okay.
The top 2 single finalists in each meet. Wynot was 3rd, unfortunately.
How far off?
8. They were 8 points behind Allen Park. So
they were close.
yeah, it's I think it probably goes the same way. Singles 1, singles 2, singles 3, singles 4,
Right.
and the other thing. The #1 doubles, Divine Child, Allen Park, Zach York, and Egan Watson won the #2 doubles. And the #3 doubles, the Wynot guys were runner-ups, Mateo Juarez and Nick Hickey. But I don't know if doubles qualify for states or not.
I would assume they would.
I would assume they would too.
Right.
But the regionals have already kicked off. Regionals and a lot of sports are kicking off or getting ready to kick off. Football's got 2 or 3 more weeks before they start their regional play. And I know the other sports are getting ready to go.
I got a question, only because I'm Joe Schmo that don't know.
That's right.
And
so I've been
I'm
told.
not sure. I'll tell it to you. But do they have mixed doubles?
No.
Do
Not
they
at
have
this
mixed
level.
doubles in college?
That's a great question.
I don't know, but I do know in the pros they do.
Yes.
But it's all about money there. But I'm just curious, because if I was in college, I'd try to get a mixed double, partner up with one of the tennis players.
Not a problem. That seems like a good idea.
Oh, it'd be my idea, that's for sure.
We have some soccer district results.
All
First
right.
round of the region went. Imagine who won their first round. Woodhaven.
Woodhaven. Marcia. Man, they
Marcia.
are just, they're everywhere.
4-0 over Temperance Bedford.
Temperance Bedford.
They have
that's
advanced to face Edsel Ford this Tuesday coming up.
fantastic.
Cabrini, who they beat up there?
Cabrini beat Detroit Universal Academy 9-1. Wow, 9 goals in a soccer? That's pretty impressive.
No, they must have ran away. And it looks like the
a
Monarchs
minute.
are playing Inner City Baptist
Wait a
on
minute,
Tuesday.
they're 3-14-2. Wonder what Detroit Universal Academies.
Wow. Wow. So
3-14-2
that's their 4th
and
victory.
won 9-1.
Yeah, that's their. So now they got to play Inner City. Good luck with that one.
Oh, good luck with that one.
Your season might be over, Cabrini. Just saying. But that's why
Thanks for watching.
That's why they play the game. Riverview took care of Southgate Anderson 2-0, and they are going to be playing Melvindale Tuesday.
Nice.
Flat Rock beat Monroe Jefferson 1-0. And Flat Rock will be playing either Grosse-Ile or Canton Prep on Tuesday. Wyandotte, unfortunately, they lost 8-0 in their
Got another question.
regional game.
All right, now for the football games, you can go to the. They sell food. They sell popcorn, hot
Concession
chocolate,
stand,
concession stand. All right.
All right.
Well, I always brought my own, so we never went to the concession stand. But
And what was in that bottle?
wasn't what they were selling. But if I go to a soccer game, do they have that?
Oh, without a doubt, it's on the football field. They play on the football field.
Okay, well, I don't know because I don't go to them.
They got to generate revenue, more than the $5 ticket
So then
you're
you've
buying.
been there and you bought something for the concession stand.
No, but it's going to be open.
Oh.
It's going to be open.
Oh, okay.
They sell snacks when you go to volleyball. They sell snacks when you go to
volleyball's inside of the
in
gym.
the
there.
concession
the
stand.
cafeteria is all right
Why
there.
not setup's great because the concession stand is half inside and half outside.
Oh, nice.
So the whole thing being like when they have an indoor sport, they're using the 2 windows inside the door. When they're using an outdoor sport, they've got 2 or 4 windows outside for the concession stand outside the door. So it's a pretty
Nice.
good setup at our
That is a
at our
very good
stadium.
setup.
One more thing, Carleton Airport beat Summit Academy 3-2. So they're moving on to the district finals or regional
Wow.
regionals are next.
Rachel's are next. Fantastic.
Remember Judy from Biddle Bull?
I do. Nice lady.
We had the
We?
they
Oh,
I
okay.
just talked to her this morning. The Blue and Gold Dinner.
Blue
is
and gold, that's for
something-
Wyandotte.
Yes, it is something that is hosted by the Wyandotte Public Schools Scholarship Foundation. And they have a nice awards dinner, and they do a nice thing for certain people
Who coordinates that
for the
for the dinner?
for the Scholarship Foundation.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I
Okay.
mean,
Well, I see.
our mayor was there. You know,
Yeah, Mr. Peterson.
looks like James Wagner's the president of this club.
Oh.
So, well, it's not a club.
Hey,
but
Jimmy Wagner.
yeah, sounds like a familiar name. A couple of people we know were honored. Tom DeSena. Tom DeSena.
How sweet. Great AD.
Oh, he's been so kind to us as bowling coaches who, as we took over the program, we knew nothing about.
Oh, I knew a lot about bowling. What are you talking about?
I know a lot about bowling, too. I don't know a lot about running a bowling program.
Well, he helped us there.
I was the secretary-treasurer for about 20 years, though. I do know how to manipulate funds.
Oh, oh yeah, they've been meaning to talk to you about that. I've been
That's
getting a lot
right.
of calls.
Anyway, a couple highlights. You know, Tom started out, ninth grade basketball coach in 1980.
1980.
And a
where
JV football coach. Well, I'm going to say ninth grade. That would be at the high school.
Oh, okay, at Wyandotte.
Yeah,
So he's a Wyandotte resident? See, I'm asking because I'm Joe Schmo.
Yeah, and then he was hired as a teacher, 88, and he was offensive coordinator for the varsity team that year.
Nice.
And then after 6 years, he turned into the assistant principal at Wilson Middle School. And for the last 19 years, he has been the district athletic director at our school.
District.
Well, that
wow,
just
how
means
much
he
does
covers-
he oversee?
Oh, 75 teams.
75 teams?
You think you have a busy life? You think I have a busy life running that shop of mine? Try overseeing 75 teams.
Well, that explains why I didn't get a call back immediately.
That's correct. And not only that, 120 coaches. 120 coaches after, throughout that.
Now, all you coaches, be good because I read the news.
He started telling me about the volleyball team, who are 4-4, and halfway through the season, they split the volleyball team into halves. So our team gets to play the better teams for the second half, which is a good learning experience. They're 4-4, but I said, "You go to all these games?" He goes, "It's my job." So not only are you coordinating 120 coaches and 75 teams, you have to show up at their events.
Excuse me. Is he married? Does he have children? When does he have time for all this?
I believe he is married, yes.
Wow.
But Judy and Rob at Biddle Bowl,
Oh, yeah, back to Judy and Rob.
they were also honored as
They
the
were?
outstanding business owners.
Oh, how nice.
70 years of Biddle, they got the business, as she said. She got it turned over to her in 2002. And so they got thanked. But, they raised a lot of money for the, the Wyandotte, it's not the JC, Goodfellows.
Goodfellas. Oh,
Right,
they
right,
work
right.
a lot with the Goodfellas.
Right.
Very, very
So that
good.
is probably why they have gotten their award. And I saw it was a nice piece of hardware they had. Nice piece of hardware.
Well, you get a feeling that they are so committed to the Downriver area, and they aren't all about money. They are definitely, whenever you go there through the summer, it's $1 a bowl, a game. They give you coupons for buy one, get one. They're not about the money. They're about the establishment and the community, and that's a lot to be said for the area.
I agree, and people always say, trust me, I get the can you donate, can you donate, can you donate, can you donate. Well, there's a limit. You have to cap it. It's hard for me to say no, especially when it's a kids program. But again, I still have to pay my bills. Nothing like donating money. It just happened to me, donate money to a certain program all the time, and they went online to buy their stuff. That just puts a dagger in my soul, not just my heart, because I take good care of this local program, and unfortunately, now what do I do the next time they come and say, "Hey, we're having a golf outing, can you help me out?" What do I do? You put me in a spot now where I will be uncomfortable.
Put a collection bar in your shop.
I will be uncomfortable when they come in the next time, just because.
I might send them in just to make you uncomfortable.
You may. You may know who we're talking about.
I got to tell you something there. I'm looking at you on the screen. You're in a black shirt. Your face is getting darker, and you're right behind a dark a dark spot on the
I
screen.
got to blend right in.
Oh,
huh?
you're blending right
Should I
in.
move this way?
I don't know. Your egg is showing behind you.
That's all right. It's all good.
All right, let's start to break that up.
One more week. One more week.
One more.
Then
One
I don't
more
know.
week.
Mama's starting to like it, so might have this for a lot longer than I thought.
There you go. Let's see what it looks like after a
I
week
have to
or
dye
two.
it blonde though somehow. Man, gotta get that thing.
My uncle does.
Because this is my natural hair color, you know.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
The Wayne County Championships, that cross-country meet last week that we talked about, there were 39 schools attended this thing.
39 schools. Could you imagine how many's on the team?
In track, I don't know, 5 runners apiece because that's how they do the point system.
All right,
I
so
know
that's
that.
200 right there.
Yes, there were
Wow.
200.
And then
I want to
coaches?
say 227 was what I read when I read about it.
27. Wow. Coaches. Then you got parents.
Well, it was at
They have a
Willow, so
concession
there's
stand
room.
there too.
It was at Willow Metro Park, so they could accommodate that many people anyway. But they send them all off at once. So how do you determine who gets into the front? You know what I mean? Cross country, you couldn't stack them to start. You know how a marathon starts and
Oh,
they're lined
absolutely.
up, and some people are a mile behind at the start, like the New York City Marathon, and they determine that the good runners for the marathon, they go off first. Like the first 200 or 300 get to go, and then the second tier runners, like me and you, which would be way in the back, second tier runners would start later, like
Correct.
10-minute
It's all the
block.
timing.
Right. And they have that thing on their hip that when they cross the start-finish line, it starts, and then away they go. Here, I would think you'd need a football field-size starting area,
just kinda narrow
and
it
then
as it
narrow it
goes.
down as it gets a couple thousand yards out
I
there.
would think so too.
so the
Back whenever
cream
I
could
helped.
rise.
Right. Well, they'll get to the top. Correct. That's
Back
That's
when
it.
you were setting them up, though?
back when I was setting them up and we roped it off. I believe when they did their cross country and when they did it, I did the meet against another team and then one where they'd have other teams. I never did one that large, but they did have a big opening when they started, because back then they didn't have the technology they have today. So what they would do is whenever they started, they would all start and they would start big and then it narrowed down as it went down. And then they would have the ropes all.
So not only do you have to run for length, you better be able to sprint to get to the front.
Don't forget, it's a long race.
Oh,
okay?
right.
Be careful on that sprint. Now,
I guess you could theoretically just start pacing, and if your pace was faster than everyone else's, you're eventually going to catch them.
yes, and you know that along the way they have water spots where you can grab a water.
Grab it, slam
Now, my brother actually ran in a half a marathon, which was, I don't know, 18 miles or something like that. He had no idea. But when he asked for water, when he went by the water park, the first guy, and there must be 30 people there with water, and it was hot out. But he asked for water, and my brother thought they were going to actually hand him some water. They didn't. The first guy thought maybe you're hot, so he went like that and threw it in my brother's face.
it. You turn around and slug them?
No, he ran past him, but the next guy thought, well, that's what he wants. All along, they all went. My brother started holding his mouth open because nobody gave him water. They just threw it on him. So apparently they didn't teach him that communication as you go by, what to indicate water and whatever. I just thought that was
Cup.
hilarious.
Yeah, back then it was probably in a cup. Probably
It was.
probably a glass cup way back
No,
then.
yeah.
Allen
A
Park
hose.
finished third in this thing, and Wyandotte was fifth as a team. Our Samantha Cost.
Samantha Cost, she's
our,
tough.
Our tough runner was 12th overall out of what, a couple hundred. Not bad. So that was good showing. Good showing for the gang. I think all that district stuff's going to start for them too. Regional stuff.
Wow, it's got to start soon because it's cold.
Yes. So we have. How about our wings? You gonna fire the coach now?
Oh, you're going to tell me this after 4 games? Give me a break.
3-1. Come on. You have to admit there are signs of improvement.
There are signs of improvement. You know what the improvement was? Manta.
So far.
We've only done 4 games.
That's okay. I like what they're doing.
Oh, you should.
Well, let's just start here. They just did something they hadn't done in 9 tries.
Won 3 out of 4?
No, beat Montreal.
Oh, there you go.
They hadn't
At
beat Montreal in the last 9 tries out there. It just shows how, and Montreal hasn't really been lighting it up. They did have the one team that was solid, but they may be a playoff team, but they're sneaking in. Now we've done something there, so that's an improvement.
You don't think even a blind squirrel finds a nut?
That was a good game. That was one game I did watch. They're playing good. The other thing I like is who's the stud on Washington?
Ovechkin.
Ovechkin. Thank you. Now when they're on the
In case
power
I know
play,
a little bit about hockey.
when they're on the power play, Washington is. What do? They set up Ovechkin for the one-timer all day long, right?
Oh, yeah.
What are they doing with Mantha, the guy that can shoot the puck harder than anyone on the team? When they scored their goal the other night, they passed
They
it
set
across.
him
He
up
one-timed
nice.
it. It came back around. He missed the net. Not 10 seconds later, they did the same thing. He buried it.
And he buried it and
So,
scored.
and he's, you know what? If they can keep that going, they don't, just because Ovechkin doesn't score on that try, they try again. They do that exact same play 20 seconds later.
That's why he gets 50 goals.
Oh, exactly. And Mantha can too.
Well, apparently, if he starts scoring the way he
At
is,
this rate, he'll have a couple hundred.
you ain't kidding. He looked like Gretzky out there.
Got
He scored
6
4
after 4 games. So what's that? Yeah, he scored 4 the one game.
He beat him 4-3.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, it's I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing, and the youth can hustle. They've gotten rid of some of their age guys because youth can hustle.
How about the goalie? Now,
Well, there's 2.
I was going to say,
they're
the other
splitting
kid's
duty.
looking pretty good, too, though. Brazier? No.
I
not
almost said
Brazier.
Osgood, but
that's from my high school days.
I almost said Osgood, but Howard's playing well.
Bernier or whatever his
He's
name.
playing well. He lost the only loss they have, but they also, he played really solid against the Canadians.
Correct.
So I'm pretty happy. They're moving right along. Now, again, a 4-game sample.
Yeah.
What do they always say?
We'll be back
Talk
in a
to
week
me
and
in
we'll
20.
talk about this again.
Sparky always says you get a good read on your team after 40 games.
Right.
Well, in hockey, after 20, you're going to get a good read on your
30
team.
because they play 62, don't they?
80.
Oh, 82.
80 or 82, yeah. So in
That's
20 games, we'll have a good read.
Okay.
Big football game, Lions, Pack, your favorite team, the Pack.
This should be interesting because, for one, their best receiver, Devontae Adams, is out for Green Bay. And the Lions are still the Lions. So it should be interesting.
The Lions are still the Lions.
Yes, believe me.
That I will give you.
Who fumbles the ball at the goal line and the defense goes 100 yards?
I had it on the radio. We were going out the blocks or something, and, we get a turnover in tight, and then all of a sudden, they fumble the ball back. The other thing is you're diving in the goal, and Kansas City gets a 100-yard touchdown return. Hold on to the football. You've got to come away with points there.
You've got to.
It's no different than when Michigan State played Ohio State. You get 2 turnovers, and you give them the ball right back. You give them the ball right back inside the 30-yard line, and yet you hold them to 3 points. You should be up 10-0, even 6-0. You don't keep giving Ohio State the ball. And that offense looks really good, Ohio State. I'm just going to say.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just going to tell you, I was pretty disappointed because I had Michigan State plus
Covering,
20.
Plus 20, and they could have covered.
And again, that's why I don't like Michigan State.
Don't forget to get a hold of us, localsportswrapup@gmail.com. YouTube us, Local Sports Wrap Up on YouTube.
We do accept money, right?
I've gotten a couple emails now. They comment on the show, and if you comment on the show on YouTube, it pops up in my email.
Oh,
So
nice.
People are watching. Last week had about 35 hits.
Thanks, Ma.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Mom. Let's not forget that. And as we close out here, I'm Marty Janeski and my good friend Ken Montroy. We love doing this. We will do it as long as we can. And we will see you next week.
Thanks to Joel and Caroline.
Oh, yeah. All our producers.
And Amy.